freedom fighter. Freedom fighter, you raping our women. They are freedom fighter. Freedom fighter, you killing our children. They are freedom fighter. Freedom fighter, you destroying our.
Okay, so today's Friday, the 13th day of June 2025. I'm Stephen Compton. This is how I'd like to welcome you to the weekend edition of the program, Issues in the Society. And so we are sincerely sorry. I want to apologize for coming on a bit late. Yes, so it's just better late than never. We are here. For those of you who are following us via our various social media platforms, we are asking you to share the live video and tell us what exactly are you following us from as we bring you on and on. And so let me take a very short break. When I come back, I'll bring on my colleagues. Okay, all right, so we are back, and yeah, so keep playing the King's Cash giveaway. It is *799 *24#. That's the code, and stand a chance to win for yourself 10,000. Today's Friday, yes. The King's jackpot, we are giving out 10,000, 5,000, and also $1,000 to our regular players this morning. And so we are here. Let me quickly now bring on my colleagues there from the United States of America. Mr. Aliyu Masale, good morning.
Good morning, Stevie Compton. Good morning, Solomon Bakare. Good morning, Mama Labira. This Aliyu Masale, glad to be here this morning.
Okay, that's fine. And Mr. Reeves, good morning. How you doing? Mr. Bakare Reeves, are you there? Okay, I think he will come back. All right, so it is good that we are here today, and this gone Friday. Okay, Mr. Reeves is back. Let me now get it on. Let us hear from him, and after that we proceed. Good morning, Mr. Reeves. How you doing?
Good morning, Compton, and good morning, Aliyu. Good morning to Mama Liberia. Good morning to We Nation. It's a blessing to be on this morning.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. It is just good that we are here today on this weekend edition of the program. How's everything? How's the family?
Family is doing well. Everything is good. I'm at work.
Okay.
America is being made great again.
Why?
I said, the man wants you to talk now. The man wants that particular statement will bring you out.
All right, okay. I switch it to Liberia. We'll make Liberia great again. Back in the day, Liberia was everything to Africa. Liberia aided in their independence as the oldest Black African country, and we all know the history. Ethiopia first, 200 BC. Of course, Haiti is not on the continent of Africa, but Haiti was either the second or the first Black nation, independent nation. And of course, Liberia, the oldest for Africa. Black for Africa.
Yeah, that's it, and that's good. Yeah. So it is good that we are here today. You know, whenever the weekend comes like that, when we are having this weekend edition, we intersperse the weekend edition with some kind of jokes and other things. You know, that's just very important. And so we are here today. This gone Wednesday, we should have given the time to our people to talk to us what is on their mind. You know, as we told you the last time, this particular segment of the program is just designed in a way that you, our people who are listening out there, can be able to tell us, you know, what is happening in your various communities and what is on your mind and all these things. Sometimes you want to talk, but you know, we most often restrict it to certain talking points. And so for you to talk about that at a period of time, it seems impossible. So we look at it, we strategize, we say, okay, we need to take a day that we will give it out to our people to hear from them what is on their mind, what they have to say about the trainers issues in our country, talking about the various sectors and other things, community related issues like the recency is here now. I'm told and I know that from what we are seeing all over, there are a lot of people now who are going through a lot, right? So all these things we need to talk about that to see how best we can get government's intervention if possible. Then so other humanitarian and international partners and all these kind of things, right? So that's the reason why we have designed this particular segment of the program. And so we gave you the time, our people out there, to tell us what is on your mind in terms of what is happening in the country, what is happening in your community, and all these kind of things, that which is very, very much important, right? So no much talking today. Let me just tip on my colleagues very shortly. Probably let me hear from this small, and then we'll come back. We'll open the telephone line to hear from you, our callers. Again, keep playing the King's Cash giveaway. We are giving out 10,000 to lucky winners here this morning. So let us begin with Mr. Aliyu Masale, Chief. So let our people hear from you, and after you, followed by Mr. Reeves, then we can open the telephone line to hear from them out there.
Okay, let me just go quick. I was listening to because the lawyer following the issue and the code there now, but no problem. I will. Yes, again, assalamu alaikum to all my Muslim brothers and sisters. Juma Mubarak. Today is the Friday of the month, and what's on my mind this morning? First of all, we sincerely apologize to our listening audience and followers for Wednesday what happened, because the moment we opened the line, boom,
yes,
had a problem, and we just went off where people were already glued to start calling. So we sincerely apologize for that breakthrough that day. We couldn't come back on due to some electrical issue. So we say sorry for that. And normally Wednesday we always have what on your mind, but because of what happened Wednesday, we know you people felt that way. So that's why we just decided to have it today to be what on your mind. But normally Wednesday is what on your mind. But no problem. So we sincerely apologize. And what on my mind this morning, it just had to do with this court process that is going on in the country between the former speaker and the rest of his colleagues. I think Priscilla, Abu, Dixon, Sibo, and the other guy up to now still trying to get that guy named Corey. I can't still remember his name. But the other lawmaker from, I think
Jacob. From
which country he from?
I think he's from Grange there. Also, yeah.
Yeah, I'll show you from Grange there.
Yeah,
for me, actually, from the beginning of this whole thing, the whole fire incident, I know no matter what they do, I don't trust the justice system in our country. It's only happy sometimes or accidentally. Sometimes some people get justice. That's it is. But I don't really trust it. And most precisely, the case that the moment it started, from the very beginning, the whole thing started with politics. And the moment the building got burned, the president came the next day, he politicized the whole thing. And this government, this is a government that, excuse me, Joseph Boakai want everything to be in his favor. When you go against him, you will find it hard for yourself. Everything should be in his favor. And you can see, everybody know how the government is proceeding. Everything should be in the president's favor. Why he says he's the law and gospel. He is a dictator. And this is how the country is running. Because there is nowhere in the world, you people say Joseph Boakai get 42 years experience. Some of you people will see that, oh yes, the writing is being done. Sit down in your closet. Take your 5 senses and put it in the place they belong and think logically. Where in the world you will see fire will just burn somewhere and the next day No investigation was carried on. Somebody just came and say, oh yeah, this is what caused this fire. Only in Liberia you see this thing happening. We saw what happened. The entire fight that was in the house, the majority bloc and the minority bloc. The majority was sponsored by the president. That is why everything that was happening, we saw how they were protected by the Liberia National Police. And the moment that building got burned, the next day Joseph Boakai said, this is an awesome attack on the building. Who gave him that report? And I don't want, I decided to ask you, Stevie Compton, since the whole fire incident happened, the president, the police IG, and the fire service director, how many weeks it took before we heard from the fire service director to tell or manager or whosoever they call him to tell us something about that fire? Because I know Joseph Boakai was the first to talk. Gregory Coleman has tended to be corrected before even the fire service director. And which, of course, we are in the world, the country we in, when such a thing happens, the first person we're supposed to hear from is the fire service director. He will tell us this fire that got on this building, or we have been carrying on investigation, and this was the cause of the fire. But nothing like that was done. Immediately, Joseph Boakai, and this whole thing. And if you listen to Gregory Coleman, the mayor say he's a professional man. He knows his job. He's doing the right thing. Where in the world you will see for a police director to come on national radio or where something is happening in the country and he say this thing that is happening is highly political? As a professional police IG, is that how you speak loosely and recklessly? When you say this thing, they say, oh, you're insulting the people. That's not an insult. The way in which they behave. Where in the world you will see, like we were just discussing the same thing. My 16-year-old son, the first question he asked was there no security at the building? I said there was security. He said, well, why they couldn't ask them? Have they asked them? I said, this is the question we continue to ask in the country. Because anything that happens, security that on guard, these are the first people you have to call for questioning. Said this thing happened, has tended to be corrected. I never one day heard, oh yes, those security, police, whosoever that are to the Capitol building, they were called for investigation. Or other people, I never heard anything like that. But Gregory Coleman said 65 persons were arrested and carried for investigation. And the only people who know investigation that were public were those people from Funati Kofa office. Those other lawmakers from the majority bloc, none of them were called for investigation. Where were the security? Who had access to the building key? Okay? Who took the chairs from the building? We are in a country. This is how we see an independent and transparent investigation being carried on. But today, Liberia, this is so sad. Sometimes when I even say that, I say, these people, just forget about them. Because where you will see something, it is black. You even put it under the microscope, it is black. And then you look at it, you say it is purple. All because of politics. Are you in your right mind? We, the voters, we are one of the causes for our government failures. Because I voted for Stephen, I wore like a purple campaign t-shirt and I brought him to power. So right now, Stevie get right over me. He can do anything. I can't criticize him again. Common example, see Kenya today. Those people who voted for the president, right after election, when he started nonsense, the ruling party, it was not even the opposition. They want to checkmate him. Today, they are on the right trajectory. Can we do that in Liberia? No. They see nonsense. When we brought George Weah to power, even when he made mistakes, some people were there praising him. And today he's sitting. They thought they were doing the right thing for him. They see nonsense continue. Joseph Boakai is doing it. People there praising him. Tomorrow when he move for there, then you bring another person. If we continue to do the same nonsense over and over, where are we going as a nation? When you talk, people will be there right now as I'm talking, people cursing. People will go on Facebook. When like you saw Darius Delon children, John B. Kanga, Lawrence children, Joseph Boakai children, other minister directors, And the list go on. When last you ever go on social media, you saw their children there ready to protect this government or to protect their parents? When last you saw that happening? But you who will take 10, 15 days walking, going to their offices for common $50, all your shoe laying Jackie. Just for them to give you $50 for you to buy hardback or you carry to your house. You the one will be your social media causing. While their children are going to the best of school, they're getting everything they want to get in life. They enjoy themselves. We that suffering when we're saying this thing, then you'll say, oh, we hate the government, we can't be causing. Or sit down and look at your living condition. Right now, any of my children, anything they want to eat, they can't, they take it, they open the fridge, they eat, they enjoy themselves, they going to school. You can live that same life in Liberia in as much if only if we have leaders, we have politicians that in the interest of the country, they put us first. They put the interest of the country and the citizen first and not their personal interest. We keep electing good for nothing people and they continue to use us, and because we are complacent, we go on social media, we cursing people because I went in steering office, he gave me $25, so I will go on social media to curse and defend. We are the people that are giving power to those people to continue doing what they're doing. When like you saw government official children on social media cursing people, but you will go to Stephen Hurst when he can't also, oh my man are rushing, he leave you, then you go by a business. Sometimes it will take 4-5 days. You go to Stephen just to see him because he not get you $25. So you can on social media to cause. You saw there is nobody in America or any part of the world better than those people that back home. We are not better than Liberians back home. Liberians back home are not better than us. The only thing God gave us the opportunity to travel, and for us we can get the work, and for them they can't get it. And it is not to say that they can't get it. They can get it. But the people we elect, they're the ones suffering us. And we don't stand up against them, but we praising them. When people want to stand up against them to do the right thing, and then we cause them. They see where my children, anything they want here, they can either your children can do the same thing in as much you get a government. Nobody can work in government that will make sure the country is safe. Investors come in, people are working. The same thing you can go to where, oh, Stevie, when you come in, please pass to the ice cream shop, you bring me this, can you please bring me this? You're able to do it. But we keep electing people that are not in our favor. When other people thought we cause because I wore blue t-shirt as sedition. So once I getting $25 from Minister Solomon Bakari, so I dare to defend CDC. I wore green t-shirt when I getting $10 from Minister Stevie Konto, so I stay to defend the government because I know I get special era, I can get my $10 every month. Are you thinking about your children to come their future? No. And you see the way in which they see thing when the whole thing started, people, Rachel Kuhn, that the speaker, no matter what you do, everything was done legal. What comes to your mind when Rachel Kuhn were answering president to a name to go vote for himself? What comes to your mind now? You who were causing us all year. How do you look at that day?
Mr. Masale, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah, so you should kind of check your messenger as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what comes to your mind that day when you saw Rachel Kuhn answering president to a name to go vote? What comes to your mind when Rachel Kuhn went west when telling the people, oh, you forgive us, everything we did, we were political because we never wanted Funati Kufa? What comes to your mind when they try to sign a resolution that everything they did, they should make it legal? What comes to your mind when you were causing people all around there? We have to be very careful. And this whole process I see going on, for me, I don't care. Anything the government want to do, let it do it. This is a government that when you're not in line with them, Liberia people don't survive without government job. So those judges and whosoever, you have to make sure. Just how Gregory Coleman make sure he carried that case in favor of Joseph Boakai statement. He said this was an awesome attack. He made sure he end like that. And those people that they have, they make sure they prosecute them. And you will say, oh yes, because you Unity Party partisan. Sit down, empathize it. Why if this was my brother? Why if this was my father? And you know this is a selective justice. Take out your party cap and put it down. Just put it in your shoes down. I'm not for CDC, I'm not for Unity Party. But if this kind of thing were to be my father or my brother, they kind of selected justice how we are feel. But because of politics today, some of us we are losing our senses. We care less about our character and integrity. So that's just it. For me, the case, as for me, unless God, but in as much the president supported the whole thing from the beginning and up to present, I see anything to say, oh yeah, those people they will walk free. Unless God now. But this case, according to Gregory Cuomo and Joseph Baka, is highly political. So no matter what happened, I expect them to get any successful outcome. They burn down the Capitol building. Am I satisfied? No. We want people to be brought to justice because they see things happen. All the world are fought in our country. Why today we are struggling for electricity, running water? Because this were things, the moment they say well, people started going to the hydro, spoiling things, busting all the water line and carry all back today. If you're fighting for speakership position, like the Capitol building you will burn. We want to know who did it. But we talking about selective justice. If there was any serious-minded government that is transparent, all of those lawmakers were coming to go for questioning. But today, only one side is protected and they are after one side. What comes to your mind? So for me, my closing statement, I'm closing right now, and I will still be on the show. Today is what's on your mind. We pray for the best for our country. We pray that God give us a leader that will come to transform that country, put the interests of Liberia first and the citizen as well, so that we can live a better life. Let God ready, may we the Liberians to unite and be rational human beings and put politics aside and look at ourselves and stop following politicians when they are acting reckless because we are getting 1 or 2 cents from them, and we start to praising them till we can see Monday again. God bless America. God bless Liberia. Thank you.
Okay, so Mr. Reeves, let's hear from you.
Thank you very much. I've always been saying what is unfolding. Liberia had 2 political parties then. The other political party banned the other one. When I say 2 political parties, those of you probably who may have not heard this before, Liberia, from the onset, we have the True Party and the Republican Party. The same way they have the Republican Party here and the Democratic Party. So that's how Liberia was. And looking at everything in Liberia, it was a copy of what was in Liberia. Our flag can tell you, our pledge of allegiance can tell you. The only difference between our pledge of allegiance and that of the United States is that we did not put honor God there, but everything is the same. The True Party did everything possible, and then they banned the Republican Party. It became one party state. The True Party, people who were some of the members from the 1900s, if you will, up to maybe in the 50s, those were our president, Wakai. They were part of the True Party until the True Party was toppled by that of the Liberian revolution. When we said revolution at the time, when the True Party government was overthrown, and the People's Redemption Council came in, and when oppositions that were there, the People's Redemption Council silenced them. Even student body that was involved in talking or speaking their mind, some of them were killed, some of them were very harmed and put in jail. Baka Matthews and some other people, they were put in jail. So the trend, we see the trend. when the People's Redemption Council was replaced by the National Democratic Party of Liberia, NDPL, NDP, whatever they called, to either silence the other opposition party. It went through until the demise of the NDPL government on President Samuel Doe, and then from there, of course, the war came in, and political parties were not that effective to that extent, but still there were political party. Of course, when Baka came back to power, or when Baka Eli was in power, the major opposition party was the CDC. And of course, a lot of things were done to silence the CDC, because we saw how some of the CDC members or partisans, they were treated under the Baka Eli administration, where there were reports of using hot water, there were reports of using a lot of tear gas on innocent marketeers and other people just to silence them. And of course, some of the citizens were killed just to silence the main opposition party. Today, the Unity Party is back in power. And what I'm seeing is the trend that I just listed. They don't want to have a strong opposition party in a country. Unity Party has recruited the Liberty Party of whose funny father came from Grand Bassa County, Mr. Bronskin, the late Bronskin. And then, of course, we see the MDR by the late Johnson, Prince Johnson. They have already recruited that party. And we see all of those stuff. And what those people are doing, the other opposition parties, they have silenced them. The only political party that they have not silenced is the CDC and the ANC. And the CDC is partially silenced because all of the people that are in leadership for the CDC, they are all children or sons of Lofa County. And we all know that the traditional, the tribal and political link when it comes to Lofa County, when it comes to Nima County. All of the Secretary of CDC from Lofa, former chairman from Lofa, current chairman from Lofa, Sir Joseph Sir, I don't know his name, Sir Joseph from Lofa. The one they used to call Tifa, or that is Tifa from Lofa. So they can't speak because they are being recruited by their uncle's party, which is the Unity Party. The only people who are still standing tall and standing strong, that's what they are attacking. So when they get them, then there will be no more opposition party in Liberia. This is the trend that they are going. We all saw that the executive mansion that was built back in the 60s, it engulfed in fire. Portion of it was burned. And then, of course, they said it was electrical because the building has been there for over 75 years or over whatever years they listed. Of course, the lawmakers, they kept putting in money, and the money was not directly going to the repair of the building, but it was going to their area pockets and things like that. We came in before the renovation went to where it is, and now that they are using the building. Prior to the December 18 incident, on December 10, I stand to be corrected, there were fire in that same Capitol building. And of course, they said it was electrical. I don't know whether the electrical problem that caused a fire. Whether that problem was resolved, our 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 people who work with LEC or whatever, whether they repair the electrical wire incident. Then a week later, we saw that say, oh, it's no longer electrical uh, uh, incident that happened December 10th, but now it's the hooligans and all those people. That's awesome. And then from that time, because the way in which it was done, people who profess themselves to be speaker of the house and things like that. They removed important desk chairs from the Capitol building. Probably they did not want for it to get burned because they wanted something to sit on. So yes, they said it is political, and based on what we're hearing is political, but they're flipping it on the other side so that the political that it is, instead of it being the ruling party, it is now the opposition, so that they can charge them. And if CDC makes some noise, or forget with the political leaders and things like that, so that they can label CDC as somebody who is destroying a peaceful atmosphere in Liberia. And if President Weah or the political leaders, then we charge them with treason and different things. Then the next thing for them to be banned from election from 2029. This is what is going on. And we need to be very careful. And I agree with you, Masale, when you said those guys who are in power. When the vice president, the current vice president, came to America, maybe about 3 months ago or 2 months ago, in Philadelphia or Pennsylvania, when he came there, he said that his children were here, some of them playing basketball. And he also may also know that he was a womanizer. And of course, that is his personal life, a private life. But I didn't like the idea of what he was telling the people, because there were other lawmakers from the state of Pennsylvania that were there and were listening to what our vice president was saying. So all of their children, if not all of the government officials in Liberia, majority of their children, they are here. Majority of them, they go through people to buy their homes here. Some of them we have records. We have the fact to prove. If you don't see or hear most of those people on Facebook, they told them to stay away because they don't want for them to find out that, oh, their children in here in the United States or in London or in Ghana or all of those places. So yes, they are not there, and they are not making noise the way our people who are really suffering, they're fighting a battle for them. And equally so, those of you that are in studio speaking on behalf of those politicians, whether Joseph Boakai, Joe Weah, or whoever, we're speaking in favor. Whenever they get in power, those of us who are advocating for them, nothing significant happened to our life to improve it. I said that before. Many of you guys in studio, you have to pay your own way. Sometimes if you live somewhere that is $500 transportation is able to come to Kings or Freedom 3 days a week. That is 1,500. And if you multiply that time, the amount of days you travel in a month to your various radio station, by the time either you borrow money from a friend, so that when you get $50 or $75, you will subtract that money and whatever is left. But still, you are advocating. So I agree with Masale that the problem in Liberia is caused by the people of Liberia. We give the politicians the tools. We advocate for them. We kill for them. We kill one another for them. At the end of the day, our lives are miserable. The areas that our grandparents came from, really CC, can't go there, and all of those stuff. So we had a problem, and that is what on my mind that we need to be cognizant for. The people of Liberia, you voted the politician in power. You have the right to remove them. But it is not like that. Liberia, it is true that Liberia is a unitary government. It's not a federal government in Nigeria. So everybody that is appointed by the president, you have to work at the will and pleasure of the executive. Now it is political that all partisans of the ruling party they
Are you there, Mr. Reeves? I really don't know what is happening. Mr. Masale, are you there too?
Yes, TV Control, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I sent you a message on WhatsApp. That's your messenger. You need to check it out. Yeah. So, Mr. Reeves, you were talking. Go ahead, Mr. Baka Reeves. Okay, I really don't know what is happening. I hope he can just come back.
But open the line for the people to call.
I just wish he can come back as he learned his thoughts here. Okay, so while we still waiting, and we just getting report that the court has ruled against former Speaker Kofa and his other colleagues, and the case has not been transferred to criminal court 8 for further legal procedure into this particular case regarding the burning of the Capitol building. But again, thanks to my colleagues for speaking out their minds, and let's hear from you, our people out there, and keep playing the King's Cash giveaway as well. *799 *24# is the code, and stand your chance to win for yourself 10,000, 5,000, or 1,000 Liberian dollars. Yeah. So Venetia's Junior Bar is watching. Lazana B. Zodowa is also watching as well, and the rest of the people. So 0772239933, 0886304497, 0777980375 are the numbers to call and tell us what is on your mind this morning. Let's hear from you, our callers. So now, let us now activate the telephone lines to hear from you out there, our callers. Let's hear from this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Stephen Cotton.
Good morning. Go ahead. Tell us your name and what is on your mind, Chief.
Yeah, this is Coco from Calvary, Georgia.
Go ahead.
I have two things on my mind.
Mm-hmm.
The first one has to do with the Nasido issue.
Yeah, go ahead.
Issue.
Yeah, go ahead very quickly.
Actually, thinking that you need to go back on tribal by the way of the testing of things that you try to commit. You ain't go too far, you don't try and defend. The reason being, she don't know the history about her father. What she knew of the history about her father there, she not going to go beyond expectation about doing this kind of thing that is rejecting things and other things.
Okay. What's the next
issue?
Number one, go to the next issue.
If you know to start all the things, and the same thing about her father that she don't know. You see, so now try and defend.
Okay.
And secondly, the Council of Churches, they have to do something positive for the country. All the time in the country, this are the core, these are the root cause of all the power in the country.
Okay.
Because they understand themselves, so the country have no understanding. So the Council of Churches, they need to do something about themselves. They need to research for themselves about themselves. They don't want disagree, now the country going to disagree.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's hold you there. 0772239933, 0886304497, 0777980375. Let's get this other person on. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Tell us the name, where you calling from, and what is on your mind.
My name is Abdeloni Kamara. I'm calling from Tanshaw, West Point.
Yeah, go ahead very quickly, man.
You know, the thing in my mind, I'm talking to all our Palestinian citizens. We should remain calm We shouldn't look for problem. We go by our leader, advice, and tell things will come to pass. We are praying for our country to be successful. We are praying our country in a Christ that God will release our country. Let God take care of our country. Then will come to successful tomorrow. That will come to 2029. That will be a successful because if God treat our country, we don't know what to do. Now you go in the market, you get rest in the hall. You get 500. You can't see nothing in the market. What are 500 can buy? We are in trouble with problem now today. People are going to hospital, they're dying, no medicine.
Okay.
Who going hospital? No medicine, Papa.
Okay.
And time with suffering.
Thank you. Let's hold you there. Let's get this other person. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning, Conton.
Good morning. Tell us the name, where you calling from.
Thank you very much. So I am Spencer Mohammed, and I call from a Apropos Corner, Danko Spoon Hill, Winter Community.
Spencer, go ahead. What is on your mind?
Yeah, thank you very much. What is on my mind is the issue related to this Capitol building Abson fire.
Okay.
It is worrisome. Every time Unity Party comes to power, our state property always gets burned under them. The first time it happened was the executive mansion. Today it is the Capitol building. I'm urging all Liberians, let's all follow this thing to the bottom. Let the government holistic and investigate why our property got gotten the way it is.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's hold you there. Get this other person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, you are live. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Peter the Castle. I come from under the street like in Rod Johnsonville. Thank you for the fascinating discussion. You know, the issue regarding to the burning of the Capitol building, I think the government in power should not be an exception. Just like Mark Walker and Konis in government know who burning the Capitol building. But you know, just as one of your co-hosts said, if that's how the thinking, then they are very thinking in they are taking a dangerous path, and they are thinking is very and a defective, and it's also indicate that Joseph Mabuakai is a man of antiquity. If he can work and destroy the opposition community, that's a complete a deception, and that is it means that they are living in utopia. You think you will attack, you will consistently attack the opposition community and allow Unity Party government official to survive? You need to get that at the back of your mind. Is that going to work in this particular and a modern day pluralistic democracy? You are presiding over an educated and intellectual society. People are educated more than you, just like my Waka and your coding. So if you sit in your team, man, if you see that you will attack the opposition and you go with impunity, is that going to work? You are destroying the Unity Party and the entire government. There will come a time will rise up against you, and Unity Party will be totally eroded from the act. You will never hear the new Unity Party. Thank you very much.
Thank you for speaking your mind. Let's get more people talking here. 077223 9933 0886 304497 077780375. This person. Good morning.
Yeah, hi.
Good morning. Tell us the name. Where you joining us from?
How you doing?
I'm okay. You need to walk away from your monitor. Call back, then we'll get you on. Let's get this other person. Good morning.
Good morning, my friend. This is Milton TGB Marvelous Move from Grand Bassa, specifically Wayson City, and I own my Kasawa farm, monitoring you.
Okay, Chief. Tell us what is on your mind. What is happening in that part of Liberia you are calling from?
The matter of fact, and we just have many of our relatives, family members that death laid a co-hand on them, but we are doing the preparation for them to be buried at the end of the week.
Okay.
How be it? Thank you for your fascinating and platform. Brother, let me just tell all our Liberians, go back to the soil and be focused with the one that you can do for your children. You support politicians that have their money in bank from to bank. You cannot succeed for them. And this modern democracy, no one party can say, I will stand and delete the other rest of the party that are standing strong against the will of the Liberian people, or that are not doing the best thing for the Liberian people. You getting me clear? So let them be aware when you're supporting somebody, be aware that you need to get support from that person. But I just wanted them to focus on doing what they can do for their children and unborn children, and the next one are there. As I heard from you, they are come down with a verdict against former Speaker Fonadi Kofa and along with his police.
The case have been transferred.
But I know that this government, Unity Party, cannot delete any opposition like CDC. They're going to play their part, but those people that are considered to be lawmakers for CDC, they are disabled people that they don't want making the party for people to be laughing at them. They are disabled. They get jobs, they not get time for the party. Thank you, my bro.
Let's get this other person. Thanks for your contribution. Hello.
Good morning, Kondo.
Good morning. Your name and where you joining us from?
I'm Patient from Tuporo.
Patience, go ahead. What is on your mind?
Yeah, what's on my mind this morning is that Kondo, you know the Unity Party get a record of winning places. You are here when my Erin took power. What we saw the executive mansion for the fire. Total Baka again, capital building, quarter fire. This Unity Party government have been noted for destruction. But for we the librarians, we have to learn. And we will learn the hard way.
Okay.
That cover case, watch it. Well, ego eye.
Thank you. Thank you. We are looking for and let's get this other person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
A lot of people.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Go ahead. Tell me again where you come from.
Anything had to Masari and the We Nation. This is Edmond Carr. They visually impair are keeping this pump prepare presidency to the fire to deliver. And he never disappointed me. He proved that he validates my assertion about him on a daily basis. Look, the guy was sleeping during the 12 years. Because if you look at Grandma Ellen Johnson Sally, that spat at some point in time, they were they harsh on opposition, but she did all that she could to bring some of the opposition close to her, including the major opposition leader in the country. You can't take that for us. Our division will remain the major opposition party in the country. What Ellen did, she took our president and placed him near her. Come, help our country to keep peace. And you see, at that time, you have foreign force in this country. We have international police force, about 3,000. Then they were training our own. But yet, Grandma Ellen Johnson Sally was in to know that the only way the country can move forward because all men here on a strict mandate, and not our brother when they came here doing economic time, they went on the battlefront, they were shooting, you shoot me. The guys are really here on a note of peace. So the only way to move on the power is to reconcile with the opposition. But this man that has no support nowhere, even from the West African region, before you go to Africa, he has nobody that can come to say, who can come to stand with you. In this country, it's a serious issue. That case was a serious case. That recording that you see past here, one my friend and brother who was talking about, you listen to the recording, you will know. What kind of recording is that? That recording is going to be out by now? No. Meaning the case lacks substance. It lacks legality. But we are watching whether our partisans are vindicated. They will be bounding on us to sue the government. There will also be pressure in them to capital building was protected. How come? Because of personal greed and personal feeling. You go, you set the building, I play, and then the only group of people that they are calling from the opposition side. Amen. Clearly, that's why we don't have a legal mind. It will suggest to you that you are trying to come down on opposition to silence, but hey, you lie to yourself, you cannot. This is the last opposition that you can ever silence in Liberia. CDC, you cannot. Thank you.
All right, Ed Moka, thank you. Let's get this other person. Good morning.
Yeah, hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, hello.
You are live. Go ahead. Tell us the name and where you joining us from.
My name is Samuel Wa.
Okay, Mr. Wa, go ahead, Chief.
Before I comment, there are two questions I want to ask. They said Joseph Walker, I went to the Capitol building at Boye. They said Joseph Walker, I went to the executive mansion at Boye. The same opposition are talking. They are the one who do that bad attitude. They say Joseph, the president cannot leave. They obviously go to Capitol building and go Boye there. So they are the opposition are doing it. They talking about she talking about Eddie. They talk, they mock, they all my and stand up. You people sustain her when she was there. You people never sustain her. You people are the one who are self-fighting and burning all the buildings. Okay. It's not the government.
All right. Let's hold you that. Get this other person. Good morning. Go ahead, man.
I'm not well also, but I have to call because our country matter.
I'm so sorry. And we should speed the recovery.
Yeah, I'm just saying to my son Masadi and the Win Nation, my big brother. The library following the broadcast this morning. This is my sister, the lady female general in her own way. Yeah, what I want to say to my brother who just left the land, it just making me to laugh. To say the opposition point the marshal and point the Capitol building. Then you are not doing all justice, my brother. That the elderly myself, the elderly woman, they're not doing all justice. To put other people aside that will have kids around here. We see all lawmakers in this country what we never saw before in our life. But you poking and started doing it. I'm not seeing lawmakers going to jail before in Liberia. They say they're untouchable. On any government and all about the jail government was untouchable today on your leadership. You lie on the feel you are doing good to Liberia because you hate it. People that were on the ground, they mentioned that all the whole house, they were against him. Today your own man wants to work for my brother who left the land. I beat you sense in your head this morning. Your own brother went to West Point. They said 7 and said, we created a mess. We brought tension. We put pressure on Kofana. We lie on Kofana. We lie on Kofana in the sense that whether they job to go never uncle because CDC was there. They brought lawmaker, they brought lawmaker and they brought the speaker. They will take speaker from their party. If anything comes, they will not stand against it. So they will bring our own son. They can't say so who will fight our brother the power to lie on the soul. You forgive or your son. What happened for the summer? They were sharing our money. You will have to this country or was saying that. Then you only group up and say, oh, the CDC love and I love because boy, how would they if I sit in the car and call my son, call to all my son and massage in America and give me say, oh, I walk here, Boaka, then you can't hold me for content. Right? In the country, how going to be running? So when I call nobody in the country in car or in your house in the car and say, oh, you are calling somebody say you see okay, the justice minister. They just tell you in the country there's no speech now. In your government, I will say, in our government, just do your death. They were talking against job in the government. You not touch any of them one day. But today I'll try to silent because of fear. Because they need job. How much job they making? How much they making some money in that job? Because they're living by it. So everybody they're going in their shares, there's no freedom of speech now. Okay. It's also no freedom of speech.
Okay. So
you want to allow and say, oh, they're sending them because they never came against it. And they yesterday they said they came with over. So they came to some people. And while you're just now on the show, my brother want to tell me my son. Somebody just called before that man called. He said the first win and win, then they came to Supreme Court.
No, not ready. The case have been transferred to criminal court A for further legal actions. Yeah.
Okay, so they brought their evidence now because they brought somebody they brought the sponsor from Ghana. They brought him in this country, feeding with milk and honey. Now you must get give copper there. Tell them go 25 years jail. Okay, $100,000 US and treat them send money and came to America. The man say here, up for you jail. Where are they?
Okay.
You can't get no court.
All right.
So let's divorce. We are brothers. So don't live in this way now. If your friend don't lie on your feet, the father you are only person. But then lie on your feet good about it. Thank you, my son, my baby.
Okay, thank you so much, Man CC. You know, in the wake of all these things, we're just hoping that the Lord take a course and whosoever person who may have done that, and let the law be able to actually deal with the person. That's what we have been talking about. You know, that's exactly what we have been talking about. So we are watching the process, and let's get this other person on. Good morning.
Good morning, Cotton.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm Joseph, calling from Japan Freeway. My question to the government, I want to know where are the other witnesses that they got concerning Funati Kofa? The first witness that they gathered
or the witnesses that they gathered against Funati Kofa, that these children were the ones that were used to burn the Capitol buildings.
The first individuals that were accused. Is that what you mean?
Yes, the first individual.
Yeah, they are in police custody. And,
were they in court today?
No.
Why did they not appear in court?
I'm told they have been transferred to I think to Kakata. Magibi. Yeah.
Is where the investigation going on in Kakata?
No, they have been transferred there, and the investigation is on the lawmakers, not those guys who were accused.
I believe that they should be present or in present at the court there to testify that yes, we are, and this man, the one who said also do this act. Why would they leave them out and then they conduct investigation behind them?
You get a point?
Is that how it's supposed to be?
Okay.
The next thing is this government have to be very careful. We are proud over the time and the years our people fought for democracy in this country, and we needed and we yearned for democracy. Now, the democracy is not proceeding well. The people that are, leading this thing now or leading our country, I think was once a unit or progressive, which is Joseph Boakai. They all fought for democracy in this country, and I'm seeing him today banning democracy and banning justice. This thing that was cried for yesterday is what continues to go on today in his administration or his reign. And this thing will continue to bring back our mind. This thing will continue to reflect our mind on those days that brought crisis to Liberia. I'm telling him now, I'm warning him, wherever he is, whoever that is connected to him, should carefully and diligently talk to him to refrain from this kind of notorious behavior that our people died for. The 250,000 that got killed in this country, it was from this behavior and notorious acts that destroyed the country today, and today we are here and yet to be, corrected. Thank you this morning for a 40-minute platform.
Thank you ever so much for your own point. I'm seeing Mr. Aliyu Masale. You want to say something before we go further, Mr. Masale? Okay, so hope to get you back, and 0772239933. Yeah, Mr. Masale, I don't really know. I'm not really getting you, so just do that setup, and then we can get you on why we take more calls here this morning. Let's hear from our people. This person, good morning.
Hello, sir.
Good morning, Chief. Tell us the name and where you joining us from.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. You are live. Tell us the name where you joining us from and what is on your mind.
My name is Samuel Bonagra from Jakarta. How are you doing, Mr. Conta?
I'm fine, Samuel. Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah. The only thing we got to pray for no lawmakers, because anything after the whole justice I'm a big manipulate against Kofa. Nothing they will do. At the end of the day, what the person want to see happening will still happen to Kofa them. So only the young of tradition or Liberian to be jumping on and there. The person now either want power and get money. You get anything you want for it to happen. It will happen.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. You have already made your point. Let's take more calls here. 0772239933, 0886304497, 0877-980375. But let me bring on Mr. Aliyu Masale. He has something to say as we go further and take more calls. Yeah, Mr. Masale, go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, Stevie, I want to ask one question. I'm asking Solomon this question. You should please answer in a closing statement. Yeah, let's say always that when you are appointed by the president, you have to work at the will and pleasure of the president. Okay, so if I had to work at the will and pleasure of the president, so even if the president is in the wrong, should I still have to agree with him and work with him in such a form and manner when he's doing wrong, and I continue to tell him, oh, Mr. President, this is not good for the government. But because I had to work at his will and pleasure, so I'm forced to work like that under such a condition, forgetting my integrity and my character. So I want Solomon to please answer that question in your closing statement. Thank you.
Okay.
Well,
I hope he answered in a closing statement. Yeah, Mr. Reeves, you want to talk something?
Yes. Anybody that we hire, the president is working at the will and pleasure of the Liberian Constitution. If the president is not working at the will and pleasure of the Constitution, that is, the people who put him in power, they are governed by the rule of law, by the Constitution. So anybody who is working as president, if they don't follow the will and pleasure of the people, who is the Constitution, that president is supposed to be fired, supposed to be impeached. Anybody who is working at the will and pleasure of the president means that they are working at the will and pleasure of the Constitution. And that's what it means. The president is the head of the executive, and he has a constitutional right. Anybody that the president appoints and confirmed by the Senate, they have the right to function under the executive. So if that person violates the Constitution, of course, that person will not be working. For example, if I work as a minister under the president, and then I kill somebody, is that the will and pleasure of the president? No. Whenever they talk about the will and pleasure of the president is the head of the executive, and you work at the will and pleasure of the executive branch, and the executive branch works at the will and pleasure of the country.
Okay.
That's why they have impeachment. But people take that out of context that if the president is corrupt, I need to be corrupt. But that is not what that phrase really means, Ali. I hope I answered your question.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Solomon. Thank you. We will go deep into this on Monday. We'll go deep into it Monday.
Let's take more calls here. This person, good morning.
Yeah, hello.
Good morning.
Hold on 1 minute. That Pape that said that opposition.
Forget about the Pape's issue that he talked about.
That Pape.
Hello.
Pape,
yeah. Disregard that issue. Disregard it and just tell her what is on your mind, Chief. My dear sister.
I tell one thing, you shouldn't get fair. Yeah, because one great man is an angry man.
Okay. Let's hold you there. Let's get this other person. We shouldn't be attacking others' view. Let's just speak to the issue. Let's get this person on. Hello.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, go ahead. Tell us the name and where you're joining us from.
I'm Kim Mohammed Sharif, and I'm calling you from Grand Kidman County.
Okay, Sharif. Go ahead.
Okay, we shouldn't be surprised because we all know that the present president we have in this country is evil. Before he could come to power, he told us what he was going to do to us. And we all told our friends. But they said we were lying. So, even if people will say, oh, let's demonstrate there. Let's go protest, let's go do the one. You get in the field, we kill you for nothing. And there's nothing like law, talking about constitution or do that. They go on time. When the judiciary, when the court run that decision, what did the executive say? The executive is running everything in this country now. Okay. There's nothing we can survive. So let's just leave this thing here. God himself will do what he wants to do.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sharif. Let's hold you there. Get this other person. Let's hear from more people this morning. Good morning. Okay. All right. So keep putting in your calls to 0772239933, 0886304497, 07779800375. The numbers to call. Call us and tell us exactly what is on your mind. This person. Good morning.
Good morning. I am Mr. Charles Ambrose calling from the Ghana Villa.
Go ahead, boss.
Yeah, what is on my mind is the New Year's Facebook post concerning President Weah ungratefulness. Yesterday I was surprised to see another one from James Diba and another guy who called himself the late Mike Jason Curse. James Diba, I don't know what was his problem. He's very shameless. He's a man who has been by Murphy George Weah from the beginning of his political career. Even I was in Buchanan when James Diba And Janitor Segbe Volta went to Buchanan to campaign for United Party and insulted Jawia Ola. Again, it is the same Jawia who, James Jiba who came to write that he went to see George Weah and stayed to the Saturday market for 6 hours with all the on him. What really he wants from this man? He said the man was not a presidential material. He in opposition. Now the man have won. He behind him for support. Again, this Mark Gissing business, another cousin said he was supporting Giba. That Georgia did not do anything for Mark Gissing when he was in the state. He was sick until he died. That is another big lie. Georgia made Mark Gissing to get married and sponsor his wedding here in Liberia. Bought him a taxi to run traffic to help his family and flew to Milan. When he was in Milan, he said Mark Gissing to go to America. And Mark Gissing was in America and he got sick in America and he died. Because Mark Gissing and Georgia, they are not related. You expect Georgia to abandon his own family and just be supporting that man through all his life. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's very good. Hearing from you as well on these issues. Let's take more calls here on 0772239933. This person from line 2. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. You are live. Tell us the name where you're joining us from.
Yeah, I'm Active 12. I'm calling you from Logan Lewa Chapel.
Go ahead. What is on your mind, Chief?
Yeah, well, it's on my mind this morning is the court proceeding. They are proceeding right in the country. They are very bad. The online tower man back to things like before. We are starting to be calm to move forward in Labrador. Everybody's doing normal business, but while they are doing that, the government, they are ready doing bad to people in Labrador right now. Yeah. So our lawmakers, they want to say they're coming to arrest them to carry them back again. They might not make us to do things different in Labrador. We're begging them to tell Almighty God to talk to them, to say, I better speak to the man through the spiritual way. So that they can leave the thing and see how best they can move out and move Labrador forward. No matter how to do this for in people interested.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have to say.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And let's take more calls. 0772239933. 0886304497. This person, good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell us the name, where you calling from.
My name is Emmanuel George Dennis.
Okay, Emmanuel. Tell us what is on your mind, Chief.
Calling from District 16.
Yeah,
my issue is this morning. I want for the government to desist from what is occurring.
Okay.
Our representative, our past speaker, let them release them. That brother has gone far away from war. We don't want to experience this senseless war again. But as people can make for all to go back to war, we are praying for all this one. If they don't want to desist from it, I think that brother will go back to the same old days.
No,
but we are praying.
No.
We are praying. I'm coming to it. We are praying. We are praying for it. We don't want to go there.
Thank you.
But somebody can carry you there.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's hold you. And we are not praying for that. Let's get this other person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. You are live. Go ahead.
This is Prince Care. I phone you from my residence 540. What is on my mind this morning, Chief, is like first of all, thank you for the show this morning. This government, they came to power on lies and they will continue to be in nothing lies. GSC on the report came out. The Ministry of State was implicated. So what they did, the inspector of police had to immediately move in to call this former speaker and the lawmaker to indict them. So the Labrador people cannot, they had to move on that GSC audit. But we are watching that process clearly. The 74% from the Ministry of State who that goes in the day in the morning, we are watching the process closely. We will be protesting on Monday to the U.S. Embassy from 540 with the city of 540 to call the government attention to that other report from GSC. Okay. So thank you this morning.
Thank you so much. Let's take 2 more calls and go back to our team. And as we close up here, 0772239933 0886-304497 077780375. This person. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning to the
Good morning, Mama. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the analysis. What I'm trying to say, my own mind.
What's your name?
I'm calling for the township of West Point.
Okay.
What in my mind, we are pleased to the government. Now we are not thinking about different property in the country. We are pleased to the government. The government should forget about all the bad things. Let us focus on the country. The country going down. The country going down. Let us try and do something and do development. While I promise the country, he will come to do it. You think to come be bush online people there doing all they want doing that. All that people there intimidating that so librarian. What we are librarian, then we pay to him. Focus on the country. Now we get molesting in the hospital, no molesting in the hospital. All the everyone damage.
Thank you. Let's hold you there and get this other person. Good morning.
Good morning. This is S. Daddy Bodiat from River G, and I came to Morrisville for a visit, but I'm in District 14, precisely Clarendon.
Okay, go ahead, Bob.
Thank you. Since I entered this county, I've been listening to the stations and appreciate you guys. And I think you honored your topic. You said you talk about what's on your mind.
Mm-hmm.
And what on my mind is from my own daughter, when I use the word own daughter, Mommy Do, probably I make a mistake of her name. I listen, rejecting a parcel from the president.
Mm-hmm.
I want to appeal to Liberians. You know, she needs to remember that her father administration brought Liberia to a decimal point. And now, when we are waking, things are happening. If I don't make a mistake, when she came from diaspora, she was on social media discussing peace between Nimba County and her father's county. And I think it will be very unfortunate to see that she rejected a parcel. It's an act of sparking our confusion. She should not remind people that her father administration brought Liberia to a kind of point that we're not enjoying.
Okay.
That brought people backward. So I pray with her from today, all to tell her and her her family that peace should be her message in this country. So because anything that you do that will spark our confusion, people will reflect her father's administration. Thank you for allowing me. God bless you.
Okay, thank you so much. And you are definitely our last caller. I'm sorry. We are not taking any more call here. Let me now hear from our team as we close up. Okay, so Mr. Reeves, Mr. Baga Reeves, are you there now?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, so very quickly, let's get you, and we end up with Mr. Masale as we close up.
Well, again, the problem in Liberia, the people are the problem, and because the people are the problem, the people that the people put in power, they're doing exactly what they want to do. Nobody is praying for anything bad to happen in the country, because if anything happens, those same people that we singing praises to, they will flee, go wherever they want to go. They have the money, they have the food to eat, and all of that. So, in conclusion, what is going on? We know it is political, and the ruling political party will make sure that the case is in their favor. So that's all I have to say. Liberia is moving, digressing instead of progressing for the better. We are digressing. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Masale, let's get you on as well. Mr. Ali Masale, are you there? Okay, all right. Definitely. I thought we could get him as he gives a parting comment. Before we close up, I'm most sure that he's somehow busy. Okay. So I want to say thanks to every one of you who put in your calls and others who follow us via our various social media platforms. We appreciate the time. And this is just important to our people out there. Let me just say this: we are watching the process. We know from the onset how this government, on numerous occasions, they respected the Constitution of Liberia. We should not go for our country. Yeah, Mr. Masale, I was just closing up. Can I get you very quickly now?
No, I closed out ever since today. I told you I was closing even when I was home. When now you heard from my water, I stopped hearing from her. You should please try to check on her.
Okay, definitely. I'm going to do that. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so, as I was saying, we have seen that on numerous occasions that we should not go for our country and our democracy. But the court process, the reason why, definitely I don't want to delve into it. Let us watch the process and see how it plays out. So as we all have built confidence in the justice system, as other people have said, let us watch the process and see. But all in all, whoever person may have done that should face the full weight of the law. No matter who the person is, Liberia is all we have, and we cannot. There should be no level of political differences that should make or to destroy this country. The Unity Party government will go, who will remain here as a people. So let us protect our country, and let us protect our peace. And let us do everything to have a safe Liberia that everybody will be living in. Avoid of these kind of tension. Again, I'm Stephen Compton. Do have yourself a blessed weekend.